Now, as you see, I'm still finishing the setup, but I figured that I could start already. At least so we could do some sound checks. Hopefully the music is not too loud over my voice. Where in the world is everything? IG, hello Belle, hello Blonico, hello the Hermit Gamer, thank you for the pudding hat. So welcome. So today we're playing Sin's Memories of the Starry Sky. Now I'm very curious as to why the Sin in Sins is in all caps. Maybe this is a reference to something, but I'm not aware that I'm not aware of. This is a game we got a key for, and I it's a game we got a key for, and I hate that I'm scuffing it right now. Time to Sin. No, I'm pretty sure is that like the game is about, generally speaking, it's got mystery to it because we're gonna be solving. We're gonna be solving, I think, like the murder of our like main character's brother. There we go. We got it. We got it started. Limbus reference. Oh no, everything's Limbus company. Have the fun, Dochi. Thank you. Thank you for dropping by. Gonna be lurking. Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, so I believe the main premise is something about us solving the mystery behind our brother's murder. And other than that, a few other things that I think I know. I think. A few other things that I think I know about this game is that it's actually from a series, I think. I think the Memories of series. Yeah, there you go. I pulled up the page just to be sure. So apparently this is a Memories of series, but it's like the first time that we've had it in English, so it's the first time we've had an entry in English for the Memories of series that I wasn't that aware of at first, but I don't know. First of all, the art style really gripped me. That's why I wanted to play it. And second of all, it stood out to me that the person who did the soundtrack for this is the person who did the soundtrack for Steins Gate. So I was like, sold. Sold to the highest bidder. So yeah, we'll try this out. And since like quick notice that this has a content embargo that I should not stream anything past chapter 4. I highly doubt that we're gonna get to chapter 4 in one stream, but because of that, we're just gonna be doing a one look at it. So probably the embargo is probably so that people can experience the mystery for themselves. Yeah. By the way, you saw the foul bullet ego for Yisang. Just makes me laugh because 10's target she hit clip Yisang. Yeah. Foul bullet ego hilarious, especially when they counter. Alright, with that, let us begin the game. I am a bit unconfident in my controls because I have keyboard and mouse, but when I launched it, it was like best played with a controller. But come on, it's a visual novel, surely we can do it. Everything began from those... Oh, wait. Oh no, I opened the backlog! How do I close the backlog? Okay. Oh, it's the other... Real Yakuza use a gamepad. I don't know what I don't use like a gamepad. I don't know how that works. What's the difference? Is a gamepad the ones that people use for fighting games? That would explain why I don't really know it well. Alright. Take two. I'm not gonna press the scroll bar. Everything began from those Sin's memories of that day. By the way, this is fully voiced. Yeah. Exactly. Oh no. Is this our brother? Shit, we lost out on such a great guy. Look, just from the side of his side profile, I already know our brother was cute. Back then. The client. What? Huh? What's our job though? Detective maybe? Oh no, it's happening again. They're speaking a different language in the voiceover and I'm speaking English, but that's okay. I was burdened with a sin. Huh? Well, what did he mean by this? Oh, the car crash. Oh wait, no, we don't die in the car crash. We survive the car crash, but then the brother goes out to... Okay. So the brother goes out to do what exactly after we get a car crash? No, I'm sorry. Pressing the backlog the scroll bar is just like, it's my force of habit. It's my toxic trait, pressing the scroll bar. Okay, so we're also a dude. Okay. It sounded like fire at that part, huh? Wait for me again. I cried out for dear life, and it cleaved through the almost illusory landscape. And it was directed at... Oh, cute girls! Cute girls! Let's go! Wait, how did we whiplash from, like, a car accident and then, like, probably the death of our brother whiplash into cute girls? No, and the happy music. We've gone slice of life, baby. Brother forgotten, cute girls acquired. I don't know, I think we're winning. A familiar face looked down at me. With a breath caught in my throat, I could see my foolish reflection in a pair of dignified black eyes hovering over me. They're both so cute. What the? my words exactly. Oh, they know us. Yeah. Those dark eyes narrowed as I gave that non-answer. Her lips curled into a smile and her hair drifted to the side with a slight tilt of her head. I couldn't help but find each and every movement striking, and only pulled me further from slumber. Possibly. Oh, maybe we whiplash because we were dreaming about how our brother died, and then this is actually where we are in, like, real life current time. You're Chihaya. Chihaya giggled, rising to her feet. Oh, their mouths move! They got live 2D for the mouths, maybe? Chihaya. Oh no, I feel like I'm playing an Atomic game. Because usually the Atomic games that I play, like, usually by, like, Rejet, I don't remember the name. Like, they have, like, the sprite of the dude, and sometimes they're, like, blinking, and then their mouths move, and then sometimes you could see the breathing as well. Like, even as early as, like, I don't know, 2018, like, Atomic games, they hit that way. I feel it. Where are we? Plot. Automaton game! Oh my god. We're at school? Oh god damn, she's stacked. Damn. No, I'm sorry, my toxic trait activated. I don't know why, okay? I think this game's just out to, like, reveal my toxic trait of always pressing the scroll bar and scrolling it for literally no reason. It's in my hand. It automatically moves to the scroll bar for literally no reason. I'm sorry. I think it's because when you switch weapons in Naraka, you use the scroll bar. Oh, she's our childhood friend. I wonder if this has some dating game-like elements to it. Because if so, that would be a way to branch out the endings, maybe. Chihaya. I mean, they got no business making them so cute when... Oh no, I don't know her name! Chihaya mischievously spun her finger out in front of her chest and pointed towards a woman at her side. I knew who this person was as well. Hinata Ise. Yay! Memory check win! Childhood friend never wins as a higher mark. Well, if it's up to us. What? I gave a half-hearted smile in response, but the look in her eyes behind those glasses told me it had been a joke. Hey yo! Is that official school uniform, miss? Maybe we're like in college. They don't seem to be wearing a particular uniform. What's that supposed to mean? Advice about what? I'm clearly not cut out to be Sleeping Beauty. Fwah! Oh, must be a yawn? Yeah, my response was cut short by a yawn that I could no longer hold back. I may have been conscious, but needed a little more time to fully come to my senses. Eepy. My bad, I was up all night working. Oh, I can do it. I can yawn. She looked concerned and leaned towards me, but I gently fended her off with my hand. No matter how long we had been friends, I honestly thought it was improper for a man and a woman to be in such close proximity. Chihaya had always been terrible at invading my personal space. I was used to it by now, but... Hinata? Yeah, I got the hint. It would be bad if people here started spreading rumors about our esteemed Chihaya here. Oh, is she like a popular kid? Chihaya herself, however, was acting like her usual self and remained oblivious to our concerns. Chihaya and I met a long time ago, back when we were in kindergarten. She didn't quite understand at the time that she was such a high-class lady in a different social stratum. Oh, okay, so she's a rich kid. Okay. Yeah, okay, I get it. She's probably like a rich kid and then we're like a regular dude who just so happened to be her childhood friend. Let me get those redeems real quick. MC is a dense dude. Yeah. And he's also very, like, I don't know the word virtuous. It feels not completely correct. Very virtuous that he doesn't want, like, he doesn't even want to be that close to women. So Yan feels out of place normally. What do you mean? I fit right in, right? Ryoshi looks different today. If I learned anything from living in this area, it was that everyone knew of the distinguished, reputable Hojo family of Sumisora. Chihaya's father was an active local politician, which made her Why can't I read? Her grandfather had once held a similar position, which made their bloodline all the more prestigious. It was safe to assume that the fine young lady like Chihaya was nothing short of perfect if she belonged to such an amazing family. She tried not to flaunt her fortunate upbringing, but it was really just something that she aspired to hide, even though she actually couldn't. I see now. I see why this is best played with a controller to prevent me from opening the scroll bar every so often. Even so, we were childhood friends despite my being raised in a normal household. Objectively speaking, even though I thought it was weird that I could speak so openly with someone like Chihaya. Oh, even I thought it was weird, okay. Our university friends had gone so far as to grill me about our conversations, but... Cause you play PM games, ayo. Yeah, I could rest on your lap. As simply having an ordinary chat with a friend. Why not? Chihaya seemed like she wanted to interject, but Hinata immediately turned her attention back to me and continued. Damn, she's so strict with me. Oh, he works as a handyman, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Felt like I was being lectured by a teacher or a parent, but it didn't make her words any less true. I was left with no choice but to unconditionally surrender. Haha, you're exactly right, Hinata-san. Oh, she's kinda cute when she's blushing. Hinata looked away, seemingly bashful, but quickly regained her composure. You know, it's distracting me. Why like in the middle of her sweater, there's just like a hole. That might be the design, but like, why did they design with a hole? Impressive, Hinata. I wasn't? A full surrender promptly for the second time. I held up both hands in defeat, and Hinata sighed as if to say, good grief. Yada yada desu. Boob window, it's a feature, not a bug. Only works because she has big boobs. I'm not complaining though. Oh, so he was reading. Both of you know me so well. Oh, so they're both my childhood friends. Okay. For 15 years, okay. Chihaya looked back and forth between me and Hinata somewhat happily. Just as she said, the three of us have been friends since childhood, but... Nuh-uh. This is a typical template Hinata followed when lecturing me. I needed to change the topic. You said you needed to talk? To me or to Suigendo? Who's Suigendo? Oh. I see. In that case, instead of having to repeat yourself twice, let's go talk to my brother. Crap, I was still under that dream's influence. That's a bit awkward. Their expressions faltered simultaneously. Never mind. I better get going. I have work after this and I'm meeting up with Jin-san. There was honestly no rush. I just didn't want them to see how pathetic I was. As long as it's not urgent, can we take care of this another time? I wonder, like, since they're still awkward about it, I wonder if, like, our brother's death is pretty recent. They both nodded and returned to their usual calm selves, seemingly out of consideration for my feelings. Aw, thank you, I've gotta go. Maybe they're the Imagine if we're gonna have like a bunch of cute girls and then you'd think it was a harem, but then it's actually like, which of these women killed your brother? What? Unhinged. Although I was more grateful than I let on, I spun on my heel and started to run. You know what? Sometimes like, I have a bunch of like atomic games and other stuff. Oh my god, why are they acting sus now? Then suddenly, we run off and then suddenly they all got serious expressions, bruh. Surely that won't happen, right? No, I was gonna say I actually have a bunch of like atomic games and then also some other dating games in my library that I might want to play. I feel like some of them I'm just holding on to until like maybe February, since it feels more fitting in February because of Valentine's. But this is actually like I haven't streamed those because I was like, I don't know how fun it would be. Me streaming this now. It actually is pretty funny. Let's go. It's that time of year. Oh, what? Oh, maybe it's near the death anniversary of our brother. What? Damn. We're that close? Oh, I guess Suigendo's their uncle. No, that can't be right. They just said they're not gonna do it yet, right? Sins. Is this the chapter title? Was that like the prologue? I met up with Jin-san and we drove the car over to today's work site in the Suigendo company car. Oh, Suigendo is the company. I guess Suigendo is the owner of the... Okay. Cinema. Suigendo. Community-based general store that we, the Mizumoto family, operated. Jin-san was one of our employees. He'd been working for Suigendo as long as I could remember, but the exact number of years was lost on me. He was practically a member of the family at this point. Frick! That's pretty vague, isn't it? What's the usual? Saimokuza. Oh, sure, you got it. With Suigendo being a general store, it was our job to do pretty much anything and everything. How is it? What? Huh? Wait, how old is Junya? I thought he was like 14 or something. Well, since they've been friends for 15 years and they met when they were kids, I would probably assume around 19. At least? He might be in college, right? So he could still push 20s, but I'm not that sure. It was mostly physical labor, ranging from staples like weeding and moving assistance to minor household repairs and downtown crowd control. We genuinely did everything. We were often asked to perform a wide variety of odd one-off jobs for local residents, but there were some exceptions with our regular customers needing the usual. What? It sounds so ominous. What the hell is the usual? Which was great and all, but I wasn't an official Suigendo employee. I was in my 3rd year of university, so my primary occupation was that of a student. Although I was a member of the family, I only worked part-time. Okay. So yeah, we're right. It's college. Yeah, so we'd go like assume late teens to early 20s. Jin was right. We could work through this particular job with ease under clear skies. With Jin-san at the steering wheel, I was left to rock the car's oscillations in the back. What the fuck? Who says that? Who says they're there to rock the car's oscillations? I've heard riding shotgun. I've never heard rocking the car's oscillations. What? Bro, Junya? The lack of sleep and steady rocking of the vehicle almost made it feel like an adult-sized cradle, but I couldn't afford to doze off. You've got a job to do, me. It's not like you're me or something. Oh my god. Bro's a little quirky. Jin-san glanced at me out of the corner of his eye. I stayed up later than I meant to, reading a book. Oh, don't tell my old man. I'll treat you to a drink later. Damn. His strict stance lasted only for a second before he flashed me a wide grin. Of course. Fine. Despite what he said, I could picture Jin-san handing the second drink to me after work. That was just the kind of person he was. He'd likely say, I can do whatever I want with what's given to me, right? Good guy, Jin. 20分で着く。眠いなら寝てていいぞ。Oh. Nah, I'll be fine. When we stopped at a red light at the intersection, Jin-san flipped on his right blinker. Jin-san, that's the wrong way. Nani? Your blinker. We're not headed to the right. Oh. 海沿い通りたい気分でさ。Eh? Jin-san. I gave him a deliberate glare, earning a resigned smile in return. I guess he wanted to take a long way around so he could sleep. When the light turned green, he urged the car to the left, and there was a long hilly road up ahead. Sorry to be up. Oh, damn it. I'm alright now, okay? Damn. Haha. Oh no, the awkward haha, and that's it. After a short while, Jin-san quietly murmured to himself. Damn. Why is everybody bringing this up? I mean, like, we brought it up in the last conversation, but Jin. Yeah. A year had passed since then. My older brother, Takaya Mizumoto, had died in a traffic accident. But didn't it seem like he got out of the car though? Like he was fine? He was 7 years older than me and everyone looked up to him. Yes, Takaya was my older brother and everyone's hero. Although he could be strict at times, he was kind and dependable and would always lend a helping hand if someone asked for it. I'm sure it would sound fake if I were to say he could make friends with anyone, but he was genuinely that sort of person. Takaya was, in reality, always at the center of any interpersonal groups, whether it was among friends, with locals, or otherwise. Maybe I could call him a facilitator? Takaya was truly skilled at making connections with people and bringing them together. planets congregated and revolved around the radiant sun in a smooth, miraculous fashion. Of course, this is the sort of person Takaya had been. Like, usually, it's this kind of, like, setup. At least, like, in my experience with anime, it's usually the person who's always, like, so cheerful and stuff. Like, the light and like, the life of the party. It's for the extra dramatic effect. From where I stood, everyone had always looked so happy whenever they were with him. Takaya never ceased to amaze me and I was genuinely excited to watch him when I was younger. Heroes really do exist! That's my big brother! That's the sort of impression I had of him. But I started to see things for what they really were. The differences between myself and Takaya. Oh no, was he comparing? Yeah, he was comparing. Although we were siblings, we couldn't be more different. I didn't have the sort of personality that attracted others. I could be kind to everyone, but I didn't have the wisdom nor the strength to help those in need. Unlike him, I wasn't the sun. Nothing went smoothly with me in the center. Everyone has something they're good at. If you want to find out what that is, you need to connect with others or be with those who become even better people when you're with them. Takaya had once said that to me. It wasn't an especially difficult concept, but I couldn't be like Takaya. Why are you apologizing, Jin-san? If anything, I should apologize to him, as everything he said was the truth. Oh, damn. It's only been a year. That's right. Our conversation trailed off. We made our way up the mountain without slowing down. I guess he changed the phrasing for slight more comfort for being like only a year, making it seem like it wasn't that long ago. This house looks pretty nice. It's an apartment complex. Yo ho! What do we do? Huh? She tottered down the hall with a heap of books in hand and headed for the stairs. How many dozens more trips would we make with these today? Oh, so she's selling off like old books to us. Okay. You're right. Uto-san was a regular client of Suigendo's. She was quite a bookworm who had crammed her apartment full of books. Over the last couple of years, she would give a call and arrange for us to deliver her books to secondhand book drop-off whenever she ran out of space to sleep. Bro! Everyone's a little bit quirky. I can handle it. Just as I said that, I went to go down the stairs ahead of Jin-san when I fell down. Oh. Got jump scared by another girl. Wait, isn't this the girl on the cover? Like, she's the girl on the cover and the cover of the game on the title screen. I ran into a small girl who had just about raced down the stairs. Oof. I nearly dropped the pile of books, but somehow managed to keep my balance. Oh my god. He didn't drop it. Please do. I thought this girl was the MC when I looked at the cover. Yeah, not gonna lie, same. The girl I had bumped into bowed her head apologetically. She was shorter than Misora, possibly a high schooler. No, maybe a middle schooler? Nah, it's my fault. I guess I should ask, but you didn't hurt yourself, right? Whoa. Why are you widening your mouth? Your eyes. Girl looked at me with her mouth still slightly ajar. Kind of unusual reaction. Ooh, I like the highlight is like, it's stars. Are you sure you're okay? Yo? The same girl who had been staring at me in a daze practically pushed me out of the way and went up the stairs without a word. She ran to the room furthest inside, but She ran toward the room furthest inside, all but dove in to get away and then closed the door. Okay. What the?
一目惚れじゃない？ジュニは年下にモテるから、愛乃ちゃんにライバル登場だな。
Who's Aino? Jin-san looked incredibly amused. And wait, why bring up Aino-chan's name there? I actually do have a lot of girls to pick from. Bro! Would you lay off and help me load this stuff?
Hey.
Jin's funny. I like this guy. Good friend. That appears to be everything. As always, we will be taking these books into our care. Sorry everybody for every time I pull up the chat log when I don't need it. The room was fairly pristine now, but it would likely be packed with books in less than 6 months. Sooner or later, these books would fall over, she'd find herself in a real dilemma after they swallowed her up, but that was not for me to worry about. Alright, please excuse me. Oh no! I think I actually know how to say that one in Japanese. Dewa ochamashimasu, right? I bowed politely and then hopped into the car where Jin-san was waiting. I'd love to read this in like Japanese, but I can't. There's only so many of them that I can guess what the Japanese should be. Bro, we just took all of your books. Weeb. Yeah, I am. Asusa. I bowed politely. She lied as easily as she breathed. Why do you react like that to us? Maybe she saw us before? Huh.
いいかな。じゃあ私は本屋行くから。あ、すみません。ありがとうございました。いいよ。
I love how she has a backward sprite though.
水源と。
Why does she sound like she's about to cry?
そんなことって。
Huh? Is she gonna save my life? Am I about to get into a terrible accident or something? Okay, but I like it. I like the sound design that we got. Especially when we're in the loading screens. This is my stop. Is she the murderer? Well, that would be a twist. The girl front and center of the cover is the murderer. I had him park in front of Sumisora Station, and only I got out. Jin-san was headed to meet with the vendor of the drop-off location for the second-hand books, which is where they would be appraised. I wouldn't be of much help to him if I did tag along, so I had him drop me off along the way. It's not like that. My old man has said as much the other day. If you use our vehicles for personal use, it's gonna come out of your salary. Ha! The truth is, Misora asked me to grab some stuff for dinner. Misora was my little sister. Ooh. She was going to be a third year in high school this spring and would have her hands full with entrance exams. Still, she spared no effort when it came to household chores and finding bargains, and she always made sure to text me a shopping list over Choco. Then again, her entrance exams are coming up and I'd like to lighten her workload. Aw. That's a nice sister. Yeah, you're probably right. We had no mother in our home. She got sick and passed away shortly after Misora enrolled in elementary school. Our father and Takaya had raised us ever since. Some point along the way, Misora had taken over all of the housework and was promoted to manager at Suigendo. Neither I nor the old man could defy her. Alright, would you mind taking care of the rest? Can you imagine what a twist it would be if we thought we were gonna play as Junya and then like try to solve Takaya's like death, right? But then it sounds like Takaya died to a car accident, if that's even true. But imagine if the twist is Junya gets murdered, and this is the murder we're trying to solve, and then we're actually gonna play as Misora. That would be crazy. Jin-san waved to me from the car window and took off. Alright, let's knock out this shopping. Oh, it's her. Just now. Nah, I must be seeing things. Kanagawa Prefecture, Sumisora City. Bro, I vividly like imagined that, like, we were getting out of the car, we turn around, and then she's there, and then we look away, but then we look back, we do a double take, and then she disappeared. Was common knowledge this is one of the primary tourist locations that represented the entire Kanto region. I had no idea. Literally just dying robbery. True. She's Batman. Tourists travel far and wide year-round to check out various shrines and temples, like the Sumisora Buddha statue, the Sumisora Hachiman statue, as well as the Zeniarai Benzaiten Shrine. Benzaiten Shrine. Zeniarai Benzaiten Shrine. Okay, I said it right. The autumn months were especially packed with students on field trips. Beachgoers littered the coast all over coast over the summer, and there was a huge turnout at Ashikajima, where there was an aquarium famous for its dolphin shows. This upcoming Golden Week peak travel season for the city. Oh, Golden Week, so it's about May. It's about April, May-ish right now. Although the beach wasn't open to the public yet, droves of people already came to the Buddha statue, Hachiman statue, and Ashikajima looking for a good time. There was a sharp decline in visitors last year due to a record-setting infectious outbreak, but everyone was excited to make up for lost time. This simultaneously meant an increase in work for Suigendo, the local general store. Small-time requests, such as door hinges in poor shape or a cracked tile in a person's floor, came in on a daily basis. Well, my old man took on the majority of those tasks. Clients would pay to shop, and then Suigendo would take its cut. Once all was said and done, I would use what money I earned to purchase ingredients for today's dinner. You could really feel the economy moving. Looking at Misora's list... Yep, bought everything.
Oi, Jin-chan.
Yo, what up? At the greengrocer across the street, the shopping district, chairman waved at me as he walked over. Hello.
ちょうどよかった。修理の話。あれいつ頃になりそう？
You're also one of our clients? Okay. The sunshade, right? The part should arrive tomorrow. The chairman's shop had mobile-style sunshades. Awnings, to use the proper name. I did not even know the word awnings until this moment. There were old and moved poorly, so Suigendo performed annual maintenance. The awnings themselves had been installed decades ago. They utilized oddly shaped bolts. These had poor mobility once they wore out, so we swapped them out periodically, but the manufacturer had long since gone out of business, so there was none to procure them from. My father had asked a favor of the factory that he was familiar with and had them manufacture the bolts on a made-to-order basis. These were the types of sorts of jobs that a general shop undertook when they had long-held roots in their local area. I can handle the installation myself, and we should be able to make it in time for the weekend, even if the company president is far away. Oh, is away. The fuck? Taskare. Let's go.
あの子は友達かい?
Bruh. You notice her? Huh? I looked to where the chairman pointed.
あれ? いなくなっちまった.
Bro, you're right. She's like Batman or something. You literally see her, you perceive her for a few seconds, and then she's gone.
小さな女の子がジュン君をじっと見つめてたように見えたんだが。
Maybe a friend of Misora's? She does come to the office once in a while.
いや、そんな感じでもなかったけどな。まあいいや。
Well, whatever. Okay. Yes, sir. I'll let the company president know. Once the chairman went back into the shop, I turned around one more time. Komachi Dori was the same as ever. There was no way a girl would be leering at me. Oh, well. Right? Right? Oh, Junya, you don't even know. Once you left Komachidori and walked along the path that crossed in front of the Sumisora Hachiman Shrine, you would find the Suigendo office. The office only occupied a small corner of what was, essentially, my residence. I lived together with my sister Misora and my father Washio. Wario! Sorry, that was the voices. My father was the one who founded Suigendo. Although the company primarily focused on manual labor, it was a valued business in the local area. My father and Jin-san were the only two full-time employees, while Misora and I helped out part-time. The office remained locked while my father and Jin-san were out on a job, which left Misora to tend to the shop once she got home from school. Just as I was about to unlock the door, I happened to sense someone watching me from behind. I kept my hand on the handle and turned back to look. There was street traffic, but nobody looking at me. Just my imagination? This may have just been a lingering, bizarre midday dream I had. I don't know. Feel sus. I'm back. I did the shopping. Whoa, how'd you guys get here so fast? Well, I guess they went straight here. Maybe they have a spare key? Maybe Misora let them in? Chihaya and Hinata, who I had split up with at the university, were seated on the sofa for business negotiations and drinking barley tea. I suppose it wasn't out of the norm to see my childhood friends act like this. Reading! Like this was their home away from home. There we go. You're here? I thought you'd come straight back if you chocoed me. I would have come straight back if you chocoed me. Sauce, so true. Bro, we just felt someone watching us. Both Chihaya and Hinata had come over often to play until middle school. Visits were scarce once they enrolled in an all-girls high school, but that wasn't unusual for them to stop by the office and chat every now and then. For that matter, Suigendo considered the Hojo and Issei families' most valued clients. After setting aside a shopping tote filled with food on the desk, I took a peek inside and found no trace of my sister. Where's Misora? She usually keeps an eye on the shop. Oh. Those girls. Huh. Shouldn't that normally be the other way around? Well, Aino-chan didn't seem like the type who'd neglect her duties to watch over the house. Aino-chan was Misora's best friend. She was Misora's classmate who she'd known since middle school, and it seemed like they were quite close. Aino-chan came over to hang out at her place basically every day. I wish I could see Aino-chan. I need a face to put to the name. Unfortunately, Misora used Aino-chan as an excuse to skip out on watching the shop all the time. I'll have to confront her about it later. If there is a later, we might die. Well, it's fine if she's gone, since I'll be here for the rest of the night. This kind of thing is normal. Normal. How? Oh, what? I didn't say it, but that's what I thought he said. Oh my god, my Japanese leveling up. That again. Hinata got their seemingly derailed conversation back on track. It was a common sight for us. When Chihaya and I were alone, we would get sidetracked and chat about nothing particularly important. Understandable. Is that why you're here? Sure, I don't mind. Oh, you mentioned something about a favor before? I sat down beside Hinata and faced Chihaya. This favor isn't a request for Suigendo, I assume. Yet, okay. She sets the cup of barley tea aside, faces me head on, and gives me a probing look. Okay, her grandfather. The old Hojo Manor? The one in Matoi. Yeah? Chihaya's face lit up at my quick response and seemed rather delighted, in fact. Which meant... Did you think I'd forget?
だってずいぶん昔のことでしょ。忘れていてもおかしくないってひなたが。
Well, you both remembered, so... When she brought the subject up, Hinata flitted a look in my way.
純也さんですから。
Bruh! What's that supposed to mean?
別に。
It seemed like she had something in mind.
私はきっと覚えてくれてるって信じてたわよ。
Yeah, we made a lot of great memories there. Always got to play in a huge house, and Grandma and Grandpa were always kind to us. Grandma and Grandpa, Chihaya's grandparents, had lived in the old Hojo estate. The three of us had played there a lot in elementary school. It was a huge house with tons of rooms, and we spent most of our time playing hide and seek. Visits eventually became scarce, and I stopped seeing her grandparents.
そっか。
So what about the manor? Chihaya's lips curled into a smile, and she must have been reminiscing on those times too. However, her expression quickly grew
去
serious.
年おじいさまが亡くなった後は住宅の管理をどうするか、なかなか決まっていなかったの。
Is it in need of repair now then? Yes, they had already passed on, Grandma a few years back and Grandpa last year. As such, the estate was unoccupied. I had no idea its ownership was still up in the air though. But, since you said you had difficulty deciding...
お父様にお願いして私がリノベーションさせてもらうことにしたの。
Oh, okay, yeah, renovation then. Technological update, you redoing the place? Yeah, you redoing the place?
違うわ。
Ah!
リフォームは老朽化した家を元に戻すことだから。
Aha. Is that not what this is?
元に戻すんじゃなくて大掛かりに作り変えたいのよ。
Okay, restructuring meaning... She made it sound so simple. Was it really okay for her to make that decision? Sorry, you're basically telling me the house is yours now?
そうじゃないの。
I didn't expect that kind of answer, as she shook her head.
私ね、あの家でお店を開きたいの。
Oh, a shop.
そう、人が集まるようなね。そのお手伝いを純也にお願いしたいの。
Oh. Okay, I had no idea where she was going with this. I mean, I sort of understood she wanted to turn the house into a shop of some sort, but why was she suggesting it at a time like this? Hinata, did you know about this?
千早様のご希望に私が口を挟むことはありません。
Fair enough. You look pretty unhappy about this, all things considered. I knew what this was. She was trying to get Chihaya to come to me for advice to put a stop to Chihaya's whims. This had happened multiple times in the past. Surely Chihaya had a reason, but this was too much. She wanted to open a shop? Chihaya wasn't a little kid dreaming of the future. Besides, it's not like she had time to manage a business. Chihaya, I'm sure you know
何を？
that you're going to get married once you graduate university. Chihaya was the lady of the Hojo family. Her position came with responsibilities far departed from us commoners. One of those being marriage. When I pointed that out to her, Chihaya's poker face remained intact.
もちろん。
Well then, the office door opened, making just enough noise to drown out my voice. Oh, it's her. Well, why is she coming in at this timing? It was the girl I ran into in the apartment building. Perhaps my mind hadn't been playing tricks on me the few times I spotted her on my way home. What's her deal? Why does she not say anything whenever we see her? The girl stood in the open, proceeded to stare at us with wide eyes. Chihaya remained silent, appearing perplexed by the girl's strange behavior, and Hinata eyed her quizzically. Her being here would suggest that she was a customer of Suigendo's. Welcome. May I help you with something? First things first, got up from the sofa and gave her the conventional greeting.
高谷じゃない。
Yeah, Takaya's dead. Oh, that's what it was. My brother and I had similar physique, often, especially from behind, and it was a mistake people often made. Everyone around here knew my brother, and it appeared this girl did as well. She was clearly in a daze when I approached her and leaned down to meet her gaze. You knew Takaya? I'm sorry, but my brother's no longer with us. He was in a traffic accident last year.
知ってる。
Maybe this girl was in danger and Takaya saved her, so she knows it was a murder, not really an accident. I see. Ah! It's possible she caught a glimpse from me from behind and believed Takaya was alive, which is how she ended up following me here.
ジュンや、お茶でも飲んでいただいたら？高谷さんのお知り合いなんでしょ？
Chihaya came up beside me at some point and apprehensively gave that suggestion. That's a good idea. If you wouldn't mind, why don't you tell me how you knew my brother? Watch her run away. Eh? Huh? What?
なんでそんな風に笑えるの？
Uh...
お前の
The girl looked up at me, her eyes flaring with rage.
お前のせいだ。
What? Who are you?
お前のせいで。お前のせいで高谷は死んだんだ。
Bruh!
殺したんだ。
Bruh! I knew there was a murder, but what the fuck do you mean? Oh my god, opening song? Wait, you can't just drop the opening song on me like the MC was the murderer, case closed. Absolutely. This was our sin. This was my cross to bear. Wow, Junya actually looks cute. What the heck? Why were we getting cucked from seeing this guy? Renovation. Chihaya. Oh wait, no! This is my chance to get a glimpse of everybody. Totomi Asusa. Who are you? Ayo? Wow, there's so many cute girls. There's 5 of them. Wait, no, that one flashed way too fast for me. I like the song though. But what's your deal? Crying, holding his hand. What, do I get in an accident too? Accident, quote unquote. Aw, yeah. Huh. It was quiet. Whoa, whoa, the whiplash from going... Where am I? This looks like... You know, I know it's just like a regular ass tunnel, but like I've just been watching so many like horror... I've seen so many horror animes with tunnels as the entrance for the ghost haunted area, so... Should really revisit your VN backlog. Magico Extra series ain't gonna read itself on... Yeah, true. VN backlogs. Let's go. It was quiet. Almost as if all life on this place ceased to exist. Or like it wasn't of this world at all. Yeah, right, that wasn't possible. Oh, but... Back then, this place had acted as an entrance to another world. Oh my god, it was supernatural like I said. I was left behind, and there was nobody else left. He had passed on. Brother. Some girl named Asusa came by today. In my mind, I recognized those eyes teeming with animosity. This young woman, who seemed to be young and innocent, was tainted by dark, pitch-black loathing. As for why, she said it was my fault that you died. It was true. I was responsible for my brother's death. I had let him die. I may as well have killed him. Who in the world was she? And what sort of relationship did she have with Takaya? Who was that girl, brother? I had no clue who she was, and dwelling on it wasn't gonna help anything. Takaya was gone. There was no telling what he had going on in his personal life. All I knew Was that young girl idolized Takaya? I was the reprehensible villain who had killed her hero. Hey brother, what should I do? How should I deal with her? Questions just kept piling up, seeming to enshroud me on all sides. If I piled them all together until they reached the heavens, then perhaps they could reach Takaya on the other side? Hmm.
約束だよ。
Oh, flashback.
腹減ってんじゃないか。
Oh, here's it. This must be why he's like, I killed Takaya. Well, I mean, yeah, we were in the car with him, so... Wait, am I voiced? Junya voiced real? When I looked to my side, Takaya was smiling from behind the steering wheel.
なんでそう思うんだよ。
Oh my god, Junya voiced real!
せっかくドライブに誘ってやったのに、延々仏頂面してるから。
Oh, so he was like probably feeling bad, so they went out for a drive for like to cheer him up. It was a dream I often had around this time of year.
あのね、誰のせいだと思ってんの？帰るなり車に押し込まれて、理由も目的地も教えてもらえない。仏頂面にもなるでしょ。
It was part of the conversation I'd had with my brother before the
ぶ
accident.
っていいぞ、それ。
Takaya pointed to the dashboard with his chin, gesturing to his bag. I took a look inside to find a single wrapped up hamburger, and all I could do was glare at him.
だから、不機嫌なのは飯じゃなくて。食わないのか？食うけど。
I tried to remember, I forgot hello, I appear. Hello, Commissar! No worries! Welcome, welcome. Thank you for dropping by. We're currently in a flashback before our brother's accident where he dies, but I'm pretty sure it should be murder. It was true, I had been hungry. I opened the wrapper and bit into it. Takaya smiled when he looked over at me from the driver's seat.
飯は大事だぞ。何をするにしても、まずは腹いっぱい食ってからだ。兄貴こそ、これ夕食なんじゃないの？
Aww.
後でがっつり食うか
He's
らいい。
sharing. Maybe Takaya isn't dead, it's all a conspiracy. It could be a conspiracy theory, you're right. Takaya was 7 years my senior, always moving ahead of me, protecting me, and guiding me. After our mom passed away from illness, he had acted as a stand-in mother for Misora and I. We fought more times than I could count, but I did believe he was someone I could never compete with. I considered Takaya more of a dependable adult than our dad. As I munched away on the hamburger, Takaya spoke to me.
簡単な仕事があってな。その依頼人に、お前にも合わせてみたいと思って。
Oh. The dream was going to end soon enough.
彼女いたんだ。違う。知ってる。いたら気づく。
Ha! In the end, I wasn't sure where Takaya was headed or who he wanted me to
今
meet.
日の相手は違うって意味だ。
Different.
じゃあいるの彼女。お前にできたら教えてやる。
I never did find out whether Takaya was dating anyone.
はいはい。で、誰なの？どんな仕事？
The reason being, the accident happened immediately after this.
ああ。
I received a major shock to the head, so I hardly have any recollection of the accident
簡
itself.
単な仕事なんだ。
Which is why the dream always ended here. Oh shit! Why'd he go back? So like, they were both outside of the car, but he went back and it blew up? Why'd he go back? There was something he left? I don't get it. Why would he go back? Yeah, maybe, I think he is dead, but I just don't get why he'd go back. There's something that made him go back? Huh? The dream was still going. This is normally where I would wake up.
あそこ。
It was Suigendo.
見てくる。
Takaya was there.
お前はここにいろ。
Eh? What are you talking about?
何言ってんの？俺も行くよ。待てよ。
Huh? He's acting really weird. He was murdered! Shit! Takaya turned the moment I hand grazed his shoulder. However, the young woman who had come to Suigendo yesterday had taken his place.
お前のせいで高谷は死んだんだ。お前だ。
Damn. As soon as she came into view, an intense pain rushed through the pit of my stomach. Are we sure we're not dead? We're not dead, we're not dead. This is just a dream. I keeled over from the excruciating pain and flopped over face down. Oh my god, the flames. I don't know why I saw these flames and I instantly went like Elmo. The car was up in flames. Someone else collapsed beside it. It was Takaya.
兄貴何してんだよおい寝てんじゃねえよ逃げろ
Damn. I tried to stand up, but the dull pain hit my stomach once more. Again and again.
バカいや
I had to save Takaya. But we didn't. Sad. This is just purgatory. Whoa! Pink-haired girl! Hey, that hurts. Oh, we're not voiced in. Why are we only voiced in our dreams? What about the rest of it?
やっと来た。
Miss Sora. Oh, this is our sister? She looks nothing like us! Telling you dead. Oh my god, man. She looks completely different from us and Takaya. I didn't realize this was our sister. When I woke up, Miss Sora was in her uniform. Just had an axe kick, landed an axe kick on my stomach.
いつまで寝てんの順に。朝ごはんできてるよ。
Oh my gosh. Adopt. I checked the clock and saw it was 5 minutes past our usual breakfast time. I'm just gonna have to say that probably what happened is that she took after more like let's assume father and mother. She took after our mother more and we took after our father more probably. I don't know. I haven't seen their father yet. Strange, had my alarm not gone off? Either way, it seemed like I was the one who needed to apologize, although it didn't sit quite right with me. Sorry.
順にが寝坊なんて珍しいね。
It must have been fun for Miss Sora to get the upper hand on me when I was normally the one who always wakes her up. She was squishing and tickling my belly with her foot. Hey, yo!
ほれほれ。
Just get up,
早く
bro!
起きないとこうしちゃうぞ。
Do what? Idiot, cut it out. Get your foot off me. And don't go spreading your legs in front of other people. Your skirt's too short for it.
はーい。
Man, she's cute. I finally crawled out of my futon and got up. Ah, my stomach was turning. Darn you, Miss Sora. If you're going to wake me up, do it like a normal person.
でもどうしたの？昨日私より先に寝てたじゃん。
You just stay up too late into the night. A healthy college-age guy like me needs an infinite amount of sleep.
そんなのもったいないよ。若者はもっと遊ばなきゃ。
No, Miss Sora. Young people need to sleep. You're the young one here. Wait, did you peep into my room again without permission?
いいじゃん。見られて困ることしてたら見なかったことにする。
Hey, yo! Futon, he has a bed right there! Yeah, what? He felt quirky last night, you know? Idiot. Here, I'm going to get change. I'll be down in a minute.
はーい。忘れてた。
Yeah? What is it?
おはよう。順に。
Oh. Sure, good morning.
早くしてね。
I'll be down soon. Whew. The truth was, I knew Miss Sora had quietly come to check on me sometime last night because she was worried. Although I had turned off my lights and got into bed last night, I hadn't actually been able to get sleep until dawn. That young girl from Suigendo wound up weighing heavily on my mind. When I came into the kitchen, it was just my old man sitting at the table. He had the newspaper out and hadn't touched his breakfast yet. Morning.
Oh.
Okay, we take after our dad, definitely. So maybe Miss Sora takes after the mom. I looked around for Miss Sora as I took a seat and found her kneeling in front of the altar in the neighboring room. She put her hands together with a bowl of freshly made rice in front of her and smiled at the altar.
おはよう、タカに、お母さん。
Damn.
よしと。味噌汁温め直したの。すぐ予想ね。
Oh, sure. Damn. It was just... Why does our dad look so cool, though? Like, he looks so hard-boiled. He's like... Between all of us... Between all of us, I'm not gonna lie, the dad looks like he's also a protagonist. Dad looks like he's a protagonist of like a hard-boiled detective series instead. What the heck, guys? It's a typical Japanese breakfast: white rice, a rolled omelet, grilled fish with grated daikon, and a tofu miso soup.
順にご飯いつもくらいでいい？
Yeah. Miss Sora's mannerisms reminded me of a housewife, especially when she grabbed a rice spatula with her beautifully manicured hands and served it into a rice bowl. Talk about a disparity. I couldn't help but let my mind wander all over again. As if we were going... if I were to put it lightly, Miss Sora had all the trappings and otherwise of someone enjoying being a high school girl to the fullest, although she was one of those so-called trendy types. However, the way she looked and spoke were the only oddities about her. On the inside, she was as domestic as they came. She wasn't the type of person who got scowled at for causing trouble for others or acting out of youthful recklessness. Let's go home.
オッケー。
When we get daikon radish... What? It's likely why my dad never said anything either. Well, not that Dad's has ever been the type to criticize every little thing his kids did anyway.
いただきます。
Once everything was ready at the dining table, we gave our thanks for our meal as a family. It had been like this for as long as I could remember. Lunch was obviously difficult, but we ate breakfast and dinner together as often as possible. That was probably rare in most modern households these days. This is probably influenced by our family running a general store. The dining table has become a place for us to have everything from casual conversations like what had happened today to what jobs were required of us in the neighborhood. That's nice. At least, like, despite how busy they are, they have time for each other. At least that was about what our old man Suigendo's president liked to say. I wasn't quite at that level yet. Takaya had apparently been quite perceptive of others' feelings, though. Maybe I shouldn't have been surprised. But this morning's topic was... Yeah. My old man broke the ice as he dug into his salted salmon. He hadn't made it home until late due to a job that ran long, so we hadn't told him the details of what happened yesterday. Basically... No, what, me? I told you we didn't need to tell Dad yet.
そうだったっけ？
Huh? I'd given Miss Sora a heads up in case that same girl came by again while she was tending to the store. Jeez.
けど隠す必要なくない？むしろこういうの社長に言うのが大事じゃん。ほら、ほうれん草だよ、ほうれん草。
Ah, yeah, she's right. She's got a point. Ah, she had to bring up a sound argument now.
だな、ミソラの言う通りだ。で、どんな客だったんだ？
One blaming me for the death of our brother. Not so much a guest as a little girl. Oh, the music has changed to the music that is like more serious now. Let's go. Despite my reluctance, I told him what had happened. Awkward as fuck, man. It's still awkward as fuck. I'd better keep that part to myself. It seemed like she knew Takaya.
へえ。でも聞いた感じ、私と同い年か、もうちょっと下かな。
Yeah.
知ってる子だったりしないのか？お前、誰とでも友達になるだろ？
知らない。うちの学校の子でもないんじゃないかな。
Yeah, probably not. Misara was similar to our old man and Takaya. Or basically, not like me. She was good at getting along with people. It wouldn't be strange if she were acquainted with everyone at school.
お客さんの娘さんとかかな。
Dad was well connected due to work, but he seemed just as confused as I was.
タカニーとじゃ結構年が離れてるけど、どういう知り合い
Yeah,
なんだろう
maybe they
ね。
met each other when he was working with their parents. Dad kept his head tilted and with wonder as he spoke. Something wrong?
そういうわけじゃないが、ちょっと思い出してな。
去
年の年明けくらいかな。何か探してたんだよな、高谷。
Looking, you mean for work?
いや、あいつが勝手にやってたこと。仕事が終わった後、車に乗らずに一人で帰ることが何度かあってな。理由を聞いたら、人に頼まれて探し物をしてるって。なんでだろうな。その子の話を聞いて、急に思い出した。
If he died in that, like, the car thing, maybe... Like, if it's a murder, what if it got set up so that, like, once they car crashed? Because it seemed like they car crashed and they did something, right? Or something? I don't know. They could have planted the thing he was looking for inside the car and then it blew up when he got close. Who knows? Takaya searching for something? Since Dad didn't know the circumstances either, it had to be something he took on privately and not work-related. Takaya always helped out those in trouble, so it was plausible.
おはようございます。
Eh? Oh, this voice.
あいのだ。入ってきていいよ。
Oh, I finally get to see Aino. Oh! Moments later, the owner of the voice suddenly poked her face in.
ソラ、おはよう。
She's cute.
おはよう。
Everybody's cute. God damn it.
いらっしゃい。すまないね。いつも美空の準備が遅くて。
いえ、私ここに来るの好きですから。父さんと純兄のお世話に時間がかかるだけです。
Miss Sora held her hands together and apologetically towards Aino-chan and she protested to Dad.
ごめん、まつげ直すからちょっとだけ待ってて。まだ時間あるから大丈夫だよ。じゃあ、純兄のお世話よろしくね。
Oh no, she's shipping.
ソラ？
Huh? Why did she need to watch over me exactly?
もう、そうだったら。よし。
Suddenly she's shy. Hmm?
おはようございます。
Oh my god. That's cute. Yeah, morning, Aino-chan. Oh my gosh. Wholesome. Aino-chan had come to pick up Misora again today? Impressive. She was worthy of calling herself Misora's best friend.
純也さん、お加減良くないんですか？目の下、クマができてるみたい。
Ah, yeah, he hasn't been sleeping well these days.
お、本当だな。寝不足か？
Ah, yeah, I was up late reading a book. That was actually the night before the last.
寝不足ですか？私もたまにやっちゃいます。動画見たりして、つい。
Why did the music stop playing when she said start watching videos?
本って、純也さんは
What kind of videos? Why did the music stop? That's suspicious. Aino-chan asked with a strangely serious look in her eyes. Huh? Oh, what kind? Well, I'm not picky when it comes to genre, but I'll read any books by my favorite authors. I haven't missed a release yet.
好きな作家さんですか？
Why is there no
よけれ
music?
ば何かおすすめを貸してもらえたりなんて。
Yeah, you bet.
ありがとうございます。
Give the ring. No way. She sounded so happy about it. Was Aino-chan a book lover? Still, though, I'm impressed you noticed. Was Aino-chan the thoughtful type? She always seemed to be watching over and being overly considerate of others. Compared to Misora, who could be a little careless, they made a great pair and complemented each other.
いやー、美空とは違うな。気立てもいいし、本当によくできた娘さん
But
だ。
did the music just dead ass die? Can I open the menu? No. No. Okay, how do I open the menu? Oh, there you go. You know what? Press save. We are in chapter 1. What happened to our music? Is it really gone? Oh my god, it's really just not playing anything. Okay. Interesting though, our menu is currently Chihaya. I know yearning. Okay.
いえ、そんな。
I suspected there was some favoritism at place as I'd watched over since she was in middle school, but I agreed all the same. She had referred to me as Big Brother until a short while ago and started calling me Junya-san instead. Truth be told, it made me feel a little lonely. Oh. No, my god, the little sister zone. I can little sister zone her now. No, you've really grown up, huh, Aino-chan? I'm not gonna break her heart in the middle of the morning. That just showed she wasn't at that age anymore. I was nearly moved to tears. Jump scaring her. Why report me? Ah, no, but maybe that had a weird implication to it? Sorry, that's not how I meant it. Let's fucking go. Although Miss Sara had returned after getting dressed, I didn't have the slightest clue what she changed. She said she'd touch up her lashes.
ちゃんと順兄のお世話してた？だからもう変なこと言わないで。早く行こう。
Report him, yeah. That's
行っ
it.
てきます。
We get the ending where we get arrested by the police.
おう、二人とも気をつけてな。
順兄、さっきの言葉覚えてっかね。
It's not like I said. It would have been worse if I said I wish you were my little sister instead, you know? That would actually be like tearing us apart. Miss Sara swished her finger at me and left that parting remark. She's going to hold this over my head for a while.
自業自得だな。可愛い妹をいじめるからだ
Oh
ぞ。
my god. I can't believe this. It's so over. You're tearing my apart, Chicha. No. Didn't bully anyone. It was just a little joke.
ごちそうさん。俺は仕事
Wow,
が
I
あるから
can't believe it. We can't make jokes around here. Yep. My old man finished breakfast before me and stood up. Essentially, whoever had more time to spare between him and I was in charge of cleaning up after a meal. Alright, now isn't the time to slack off. Better hurry up and get dressed and head to university. Yeah! Will the music come back now that we go to university? Well, this is the loading music, so what the heck happened in the last scene? Did it just like glitch out? That was why we were left with the sound of silence? There's sound effects. Music. We have returned, everyone. We have done it. Music has returned to our lives. Is it gonna be 9 now? Oh! So since is the title of the chapter, and then the count at the end is what scene we're on. Okay. Once my lecture was over, I stretched out on a bench on the campus. This was one of my regular spots. It was a quiet, insignificant spot on campus, and the lack of foot traffic made it all the more relaxing. I don't have work today, right? I'd made it my routine to go over my schedule for the day whenever I had free time, which was generally during my morning or afternoon break. Just to be sure, I checked my schedule on my phone. I was still being treated like a part-timer and would only need to come in when they needed extra help, like what happened yesterday. I wasn't scheduled for work today, which meant I was free until later this evening. This time of my life was precious. I'd never get back to my 20s again, so I needed to make good use of it. Go home and sleep. Wow! Honestly, fuck with the go home and sleep. That's what I would personally do. But I feel like for the sake of plot, we should go look for Chihaya. What was that sound effect? I was worried about what Chihaya had brought up yesterday. There had been multiple times in the past where she had brought up things she wanted to do on a whim. Everything always got hazy midway through. Maybe the sound effect was because it was like a, I don't know, a route altering. Like, I'm gonna assume there's multiple endings, so maybe it was like a route altering choice. Chihaya. Chimernyan. Everything always got hazy midway through, and I was sure this time would end up the same. Or so I assumed, but it may play out differently since the former estate was involved. Chihaya, she hasn't gone home yet, right?
Junya.
Hi. Just as I was about to stand up, Chihaya and Hinata showed up. They knew about my regular hangout spots and would occasionally meet up here. Well, there were lots of cases where they would message me on Choco to ask to meet up too. I sat down and Chihaya joined me on the bench. Hinata, meanwhile, remained standing. The bench wasn't especially large, but it wouldn't be impossible for the three of us to sit all at once if we scrunched together a little more closely. But Hinata wouldn't even try to sit even if we made space for her. She had demonstrated as much right after she had enrolled in university. The two of them were generally quite close, and relatively speaking, Hinata's speech and mannerisms towards Chihaya weren't so reserved, but it was in these moments that Hinata took pride as her attendant. It may have been an exaggeration to put it that way, but it just showed how much she respected Chihaya. I see. So that's why she was lecturing me the first time we met. So more like the attendant, okay. Despite being seated next to each other, it sounded like Chihaya was having more trouble breaking the ice than usual. No. Now it made sense. That's what she came here to ask. Of course she'd be curious, especially considering what the girl had shouted right in front of us. Not a thing. Neither Misora nor Dad had a clue either. No. Ah. I see. That's what they were really here for. Those were old friends for you. We were close enough that they could tell what I was thinking about when that girl showed up at Suigendo yesterday. I'm fine, thank you. More importantly, I should ask you two to be sure. Do either of you know anything about that girl? Chihaya nodded to my somewhat forced change of subject. I mean, it seems like she's from like the next town over, maybe. Yeah, I figured. It's so true. Whoa, Hinata's voice was crazy scary. She sounded exceptionally cranky. That would be possible. That's great in theory, but we have no idea who she is or where she came from. Possible. Yeah, most likely. We should expect it. For some reason, yeah. Well, as an attendant, I guess that makes sense that that's your first train of thought, but you know... Oh, now it made sense why she looked so upset. Hinata was wary of that girl. Yeah. She might do something crazy if we leave her like that. I was worried too. After all, that girl was... And she might know something, right? I mean, like, it's supposed to be the murder of our brother, so... Yeah. Next time she comes to Suigendo, we should at least get a name out of her. Right, so the store thing. There wasn't much else that we could say about that girl. At Hinata's prompting, Chihaya clapped her hands together to change the mood and... Yep, I don't mind. We weren't in a talkative mood after the girl had left, so Chihaya and Hinata had left too. Okay. Sure, I don't have work today either. Yeah! Chihaya was delighted and grabbed my right wrist. Huh? To where? The estate? Ooh. Alright, we were ready. Chihaya kept a firm grip around my wrist as she rose to her feet and walked off, but not without Hinata trailing close behind. I wasn't gonna run away, even if she didn't deliberately grab me by hand. I want to see the manor, the estate. Chihaya said as much to the Hojo family's personal chauffeur, who had brought us here from the university to near the old estate driver silently nodded and departed. I like how much greenery there is here. Cars are great. Let me catch a ride in the mornings too. Chihaya and Hinata were driven to school as a matter of household policy. In that aspect, she was the definition of a high-class girl.
ダメです。千早様に変な噂が立ってしまうと
I can't believe it. Chihaya-sama is like riding with this random guy, Junya, who just owns the general store. I don't know. General store seems pretty well respected around these parts. I don't think it would take a hit to her like reputation. I don't know. I guess that also applied to an attendant that she had with her, who interjected without a moment's delay.
私は気にしないけど、お父様がね。
Oh. Okay. Chihaya forced a smile, then walked on ahead of us.
こっちよ。
We were currently walking a bit to the north of Suigendo, in an area that had been lined with houses for ages near Matoi Station. The Hojo family had lived in these houses for generations, but Chihaya's mother had a home with better access to transportation built around the same time she got married. This was the old Hojo estate. Ah, this takes me back.
そうね。子供の頃は三人でよく遊んだよね。
If this is like a majority of this place is a residential area, opening a shop in the middle here, depending on what shop she wants to put up, that might actually be a good like business venture in the sense that like like in the sense that if it's something that's useful for people who live around the area, like yesterday I think I was watching an anime. I forgot the title exactly, but it's a kid with slimes. He isekai'd in a way, but then he's got like slimes, and then like he's opening a store. Is opening a laundromat in the middle of a residential area, which is like great because he's like the only laundromat in that area. That's where I got that. I'm not a business person.
中へ入りましょう、純也さん。
Sure. I did as Hinata prompted, stood in front of the gate, and grabbed the handle. Upon closer inspection, it appeared to be locked and donned a sizable keyhole in the doorway. Chihaya, give me the key.
ないわ。
Huh?
鍵はないの。
Huh? What did she mean by this?
おじい様が亡くなられた後、管理のために旧宅で使われている鍵を回収したのですが、
Bro, we don't have a key to the
こ
front
の
gate?
門の鍵はどこにも見つからなかったのです。
Of all the things to not have.
今後、旧宅を頻繁に利用するのであれば、鍵を新調する必要がありますね。
Bro.
そうね。お父様と相談しなきゃ。
Why didn't we do that already? She could have just had that discussion anytime and didn't really help our current predicament. How do we get in? Is there a back entrance or something?
登って中から開ければいいのよ。
Bruh! She sounded so nonchalant about it, but the gate was fairly tall. I'm the one climbing, aren't I? Yeah. Figures. Climb up the fence and peek over skirt. Yeah, why should I climb? I'll lift you up, right? You know, I'll lift you up. Fine. All I got was a smile and a glare in return, suggesting neither were going to object. I should have expected as much. After setting aside my bag and jacket, I reached up. Huh. And pulled myself up over the top of the fence. That arm strength, bro. I don't think I could do that.
すごい。さすが純也ね。
What do you think made me do this? Ha! Chihaya's a bit airheaded, isn't she? Based on the look she was giving me, Chihaya didn't seem to understand what I was implying. Oh well, I hadn't expected a response in the first place. Ha! I leapt to the ground and then opened the gate from the inside. The manor looks nice. Got a nice traditional feel to it. Chihaya slipped her way in once it was pushed partially ajar.
さあ、行きましょう。玄関の鍵は持ってるの。
Beautiful. Chihaya ran on ahead without issuing a single word of
あり
thanks.
がとうございます、純也さん。千早様もそう思っているはずです。
I hope so. That's fine, it just means we're close enough we don't have to worry about stuff like that.
それはそうですが。
True. We haven't been here in a while, and she's feeling impatient. Come on, let's head inside.
そうですね。参りましょう。
Wow, I like the way the lighting is in here. The property was built in the early Meiji era and very much felt like an estate. The same could be said about Furdo's house that Chihaya and Hinata were currently living in, but this place looked more like an entirely different world to a commoner like me. Doesn't seem like it's vacant though. I was expecting more dust or something. Yeah, it's been like a year.
止めていないそうです。
As she spoke, Hinata flipped the light switch by the door.
あら？おかしいです。つきませんね。電気は来ているはずなのですが。
Bruh. She flicked the switch a few times and there was no response. Ah, could this be... I bet the breaker is tripped. This place is normally unoccupied, so I'm sure it's only turned on for cleaning.
ああ、そういうことですか。今日はこのままでもいいんじゃない？昼間のうちに歩き。千早様がよろしいのでしたら。
Alright, we'll go with this. Chihaya surveyed the room with a nostalgic look in her eyes and started her trek up the staircase to the second
お
floor.
じい様が亡くなってからこちらへは来ていなかったの。
Oh.
お父様ぐるっと。
Oh no, I thought she was done with her sentence. I'm sorry. Go for it. Oh, I love the windows here.
みんなでかけっこしたよね。
We sure did. Unlike Chihaya and Hinata, it had been well over 15 years since I stepped foot onto this estate. Although my recollection was fuzzy, memories of those days were flooding back to me. I remember slipping and nearly falling down the stairs a lot.
そうそう。
Nah, that takes me back.
でしょ？なのにお父様は
He wants to demolish it. What would he want to put here? Or would he sell the land? Huh? That unsettling word practically came out of nowhere, and all I could do was turn around towards Chihaya in astonishment. Demolish? Aren't you gonna renovate?
あ、ごめんなさい。話が前後しちゃった。旧宅の管理が決まってなかったってことは言ったよね。
Oh.
それでもういっそ処分してしまおうってお父様が言い出したの。更地にして懇意にしている不動産屋に売却するそうです。
Yeah, okay. It's going to be sold. Unfortunately, I'm sure he can't afford to leave the place unoccupied. It takes a lot of time and effort to keep an unused home clean. So I'd imagine it's out of his hands. The maintenance costs in a place like this would surely be nothing to sneeze at. That was my thought process behind it, but Chihaya and Hinata simply glared back at me.
純也ひどい。かけがえのない
Bro, but it's just a logical conclusion.
仲間だと思ってたのに。人間としてどうかと思います。純也さん。
I'm sorry. Had I said something that terrible?
私は嫌。ここにはたくさんの思い出があるの。
Aw.
おじい様と。
Like, I get it. I get why they're nostalgic, why they want to keep it. But they gotta understand that we came from the place of logic. We weren't saying that we're in favor or anything.
だから私はこの家
Yeah, it would be
を残したい
nice if we could save the house. Hinata unlocked and pushed open one of the doors, revealing a room packed with rows of bookcases. This library was yet another place we had often played hide and seek together. It's more confined than I thought. It felt like we were in a forest back in the old days.
背が伸びて体も大
Yeah,
きくなり
you were
ました
still
し
small kids. Everything else seemed big. That's true. There was a tiny desk over near the window. Grandfather Hojo always used to sit here, right?
おじい様はこの書斎が好きだったから書類仕事はいつもここで
Ooh.
今思うと私たちが遊ぶ姿を見て楽しんでいたのかもしれない
Aw,
ですね
wholesome.
そうねそうだったら嬉しいな
Even if you weren't playing here, the fact that it's right there by the window, I would feel like it's a pretty relaxing place to work. Chihaya smiled and looked around the room. Dust particles danced through the air as she walked around the room, as if Chihaya were searching for her old self.
満足したで
I'm really happy they have like sprites that have them turned around. Hinata slid open the shutters and light filtered into the room. We exited her grandfather's study and found ourselves in the nearby sitting room. It was a spacious Japanese-style room that looked like it could fit any number of people. Hanging scrolls still yet adorned with elevated alcoves, along with a music box that had been left on the shelf. A large grandfather clock had taken up the residence on the pillar near the veranda for as long as I could remember, but it no longer displayed the correct time. The clock stopped.
もともと動きません。
It didn't?
ゼンマイ回しがないのはあくまでインテリアね。
As she spoke, Chihaya gently ran her finger along the clock's exterior.
そういえばね。
Chihaya clapped her hands together, almost as if she remembered something important.
私にとって一番の思い出は
Ooh,
ここに住んでいた頃のことなの。
something you can share with the class. You lived here? That was news to me. Really? I looked over at Hinata, the local Chihaya expert. However, Hinata simply shook her head.
私がお会いするより前の話ですよね。
If I recalled correctly, Hinata and Chihaya met around the time they were in kindergarten. So when she was still like
ええ。
preschool? Nursery?
の頃の1年間くらい。
5 years old.
その頃のことはほとんど覚えていないんだけど。
Chihaya stuck her tongue out briefly and smiled.
でもとても楽しかったの。それだけは覚えてる。
Aw.
家がなくなったらあの思い出が失われてしまう。そんな気がして。
Valid. Memories you couldn't recall, huh?
それでお父様にお願いしたの。旧宅をお店にリノベーションするって。
So why a shop?
人が集まる場所になるし、価値が生まれれば
Hmm,
手放す理由はないでし
fair.
ょ。そしたら卒業までは私が自由にしていいって言ってもらえたの。
Okay, but are you seniors? If you're seniors in college, that's not a lot of time. I wasn't sure how to respond to Chihaya's exuberance, and Do you think Chihaya's dad will go along with something like that, Hinata?
おそらく千早様の言葉を本気にはしていないのでしょう。
Yeah, most likely. Oh yeah, I can see that.
二人ともひどい。私は本気なんだから。
But you know, you're a bit airheaded.
ここにちっちゃくて素敵なお店を作るの。
Do you want some help getting started?
ええ。お願いしてもいい？純也。
I guess, why not? Sure, this is normal for you after all.
嬉しい。
Aw. I assume you're gonna help too, Hinata?
もちろんです。
Yeah, this was to be expected. What kind of shop were you thinking of renovating this place into? The shopkeeper experience coming in useful? True. Clutch. Well?
これから決めるの。
This too was the same old, same old. Well, if we're gonna keep the aesthetic of the place, right? I feel like there are like this kind of like aesthetic could work for like retro shops. I guess retro. I don't know if retro's the right word, but like in my head from other video games that I've played, this kind of thing is either like an inn, a general shop, but we're already the general shop, so they can't do that. So like an inn, a general shop, maybe like a candy shop. Bookshop works. Yeah, bookshop works. There's a lot of possibilities there. Certainly not a small amount of shops that you could do without changing too much about this place. We took a general walk around the house and then called it quits for the day. Chihaya had to decide what kind of shop she wanted it to be before we could do anything. Alright, this can only be locked up from the inside. We could just leave this open. Nope. You are gonna climb over the wall again. Yeah, I get it. Was I seriously gonna have to climb over this gate to unlock and unlock it every time we came here? There's no way, right? Right? I think perfect would be bookshop. Mahjong parlor, a big one, no smoking. Oh yeah, possibly, possibly. And the fact that it's in the middle of the neighborhood, right? That's a residential area. If the residents around the area are into Mahjong, turning it into a Mahjong parlor is going to be very convenient because it's going to be close to their houses. And they won't have to go far. After leaving the estate, the three of us split up in front of Matoi Station. on next scene change, I guess we'll end off there since it's getting closer to 11:30. It was late by the time I made it to my... It was late by the time I made it back to my place on foot. Suigendo left its front entrance open during business hours, so that meant Misora, or Dad if he came back, was still likely tending the store. Someone was standing in the entryway. I could only make out their silhouette due to the lack of light, but it appeared to be a small child. That's not Misora? I continued to strain my eyes, but the figure disappeared into the building. Is it that girl? Yeah, it is. Must be the same girl from yesterday. Nobody was in the office. If Misora skipped out on watching the score, she was gonna get an earful from me later. What is your deal, Asuza? Once she stepped inside, her figure went rigid. The fist clenched at her side was trembling ever so slightly. She gawked relentlessly at her surroundings and must have been too overwhelmed to notice my presence. Jump scare. The girl instantly planted herself on the ground the moment she heard my voice, covered her head with both hands and squeezed her eyes shut. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You're the girl who came by yesterday, right? As soon as the girl realized I was the one who had spoken to her, she jumped empathically, not empathetically, what's wrong with me? Back to her feet. Huh? Although her face flushed bright red, she pointed a glare in my direction. Huh? That's even worse. Oh wait, no, you wanted to watch over the store because you thought there was no one here? Is that what it? Huh? Tears began to brim in the corner of her lashes, almost as if I had done something horrible to her. Oh, I get it now. She likely thought I was accusing her of trespassing. And just as the girl said, there was nobody in the office. Darn it, Misora. Wasn't uncommon for the older residents from the neighborhood association to drop by to chat, so it wasn't a big deal, but still. Suddenly, the girl tried to slip by me and make a break for it. Wait! I reached out on reflex and grabbed the girl's arm from over her jacket. I released her arm, but even through her jacket, it felt incredibly slender. It was so thin, I briefly wondered if I might break it. I wasn't sure how to respond. There was plenty I wanted to ask, of course. Like, why had she come here? Who was she? What relationship had she had with Takaya? What did she mean by what she said before? However, I didn't think now was the right time to ask any of those questions. This office is open to the public, so I don't care if you come in without asking permission. Which roughly translated to, you haven't done anything wrong, so you don't need to run away. I want to talk to you more. You, the person who knew about Takaya. The one who interacted with Takaya face to face, who yelled at me and has been living rent-free in my head since we met. I guess you'd make me happier if you would call us dependable. It's proof that we trust our neighbors too. Judging by the look on her face, she probably thought to herself, what's this guy talking about? I frantically searched her for a proper segue to avoid getting discouraged. Hey, mind telling me your name? Well, I thought using your name might help avoid spooking you in the future. It appeared I somehow crossed the line. I didn't think it was a bad idea to ask for her name, though. Yeah. Huh? She replied with a pointed glare. She always sounds like she's about to cry, huh? Asuza Satomi. Unsurprisingly, her name didn't ring a bell. I'm Junya Mizumoto. She didn't reply. I hadn't expected her to be honest and tell me her name. Who was this girl? It was taking a while, but I was one step closer to learning the truth. What happened to watching the store? But if our name is Junya, is the old man Sinya? No, unfortunately, the old man is shit, what was his name? Washio? I think it was Washio or something close to that. sorry, it escaped me because our dad's name, when I saw it, I was just like, Wario. So it got stuck in my head as Wario, so now the actual name it's eluding me. And then, oh there, Washio. See? Washio. He's snoozing. I heard our father snoring come from the back room.
寝てる。
Did you leave after he called you?
いや、どうだったか
I'm lecturing you both when he wakes up.
な。なんで
Huh? Because you know you all left the shop unattended. And it's still open.
水本純也。
Oh my god. I feel like it's like, alright, I got his name. He's on the hit list. No! What'd I do? Days of Change. I finished the chapter! That was chapter 1. I think that's solid then. It's a solid end off. Since we finished Cute Cat. Wait, do I get to see the cat?
かわいいでちゅね。
Hooray. Wait, I just want to see if I see the cat before I continue. How long are you gonna... How many times are you gonna held up by cats? Come on, let's go.
待ってよ。猫ちゃんバイチ
Baichi. Aw, we don't get to see it. Baichi, wait a minute. Decided to walk Miss Sora to school on Monday morning on my way to university. Aw. We don't get Baichi. Indeed, she called it. She literally called it. There you go, chapter 2, Days of Change. We'll leave it like that. Well, Baichi, yeah, she called it. Like, what? I know it was just her slang, but I can't believe she called it like that, huh? Okay. Alright, so I haven't gotten any closer to the mystery of the game, but I think I am interested in seeing, like, what, like, the deal of the girl. You were the cat all along? Yeah. I'm the cat, meow. I'm really interested in seeing what the deal with, like, Azusa is, what she might know, and like what the hell our brother was looking for when he died. Watch as the mystery starts where the embargo begins. That's honestly most likely what's gonna happen, right? The embargo is chapter 4. We finished chapter 1, which was a lot of setup. I feel like it's gonna start deepening the mystery by like chapter 2 and 3. Then once you hit 4, that's when they actually start, like, the action starts, if that makes any sense. Like where they start trying to solve things. Which makes sense, you know? If they give out keys for promotional purposes, of course they want to stop before that, so that people would be like, so that people would like, oh, I want to try it out too. I want to see what happens. Chi embargo equals Chivichi in a box. True. But yeah, it was a nice, interesting experience. I haven't played a visual novel, like straight up visual novel in the most classic sense like this in a bit, like in a while, I feel like. So it was nice, change of pace. That was a lot of reading. My voice is a little bit tired, actually. But I had fun. I really like the sound and the art style. So I'm probably gonna see what the mystery is on my own, eventually. However, that's not today. And it has a lot of achievements too. Oh no, achievement hunting, here I come. But thanks so much for joining today's stream, everyone, for hanging out and chilling. Tomorrow we'll be back to Library of Ruina. Hopefully we don't get hard stuck on anything. Hopefully we actually make progress. I very, 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 very much want to make progress. So cheer on, cheer on. Thank you very much. Have a nice day or night to everybody who dropped by. Thank you, bye-bye.